You didn't stumble into this moment. You were summoned. You've been feeling a pressure rising, like the very air around your life is changing weight. That's not confusion. That's confirmation. God has been speaking in whispers and disruptions, using every delay, every closed door, every detour to position you. You've looked at your hands and asked, "Is there really something in me?" And the answer that echoes through heaven is, yes. What you carry is sacred. The reason it hasn't worked the world's way is because God has ordained a divine way. You were never meant to grind yourself into the ground chasing wealth. You were created to attract it through obedience. This isn't your imagination. This is your instruction. You are not waiting on wealth. Wealth is waiting on your readiness. The very atmosphere around your name has changed. Assignments are moving, conversations are shifting, contracts are aligning. You've wondered why certain opportunities dried up, why familiar relationships faded, why your old ways of doing things suddenly stopped working. It's because God is closing every path that does not lead to divine wealth. The kind of wealth that fulfills, not depletes. The kind that builds legacy, not just lifestyle. You are being positioned for a different kind of abundance, one that flows from heaven's authority, not man's approval. Chosen one, this is not a test run. This is divine deployment. What God is unfolding in your life isn't accidental, it's architectural. The delay wasn't denial, it was design. He has been crafting the timing with surgical precision. Your hands were never empty, they were being prepared to hold more than you imagined. Now he's saying, stay ready, because the doors opening to you won't wait for hesitation. When heaven calls your name, you move. You've prayed for it, cried for it, fasted for it. Now it's moving toward you faster than your mind can process. But you must be ready to receive it without sabotaging it. Stop asking, why me? And start declaring, it's me. Because the mantle on your life is undeniable. The weight you felt wasn't punishment, it was preparation. God doesn't anoint casually. He assigns wealth where he sees endurance. He ordains prosperity where he sees purity. You didn't break, so now you'll build. Everything you lost was seed. Every betrayal, every silence, every shut-in season, it was a tithe into the wealth now coming. God wasn't emptying you, he was positioning you. He's not just about to bless your hands, he's about to command the blessing over everything you touch. You must now walk like it's already yours. Speak like it's already done. Build like the supply is unlimited, because it is. The kingdom economy doesn't run on logic, it runs on obedience. When you obey in faith, you activate resources you've never seen. Angels are being dispatched, ideas are being stirred, even enemies are being assigned to bless you. You'll look back at the drought and say, thank God it dried up, because the drought forced you into alignment. And in alignment, there is unstoppable acceleration. Here's the truth. You are not being prepared to work for wealth. You are being positioned to receive it as an assignment. God doesn't bless at random. He blesses for purpose. The wealth coming into your life isn't just for pleasure, it's for mission. And your mission requires funding. That's why the resistance was so fierce. Hell fights what it fears, and you, chosen one, are feared. Your wealth is not just money, it's influence, it's favor. It's a platform to establish what heaven has spoken over your life. So now, stay ready. Don't get casual because it's quiet. Don't get sloppy because it's silent. Heaven moves in stealth. And when the trumpet sounds, there won't be time to prepare, only time to move. Keep your spirit tuned, keep your oil filled, keep your yes on your lips. Because the next opportunity will not come with a warning. It will come as a door. And when that door opens, God expects you to walk through it with holy confidence. Not arrogance, not hesitation, but divine assurance that says, this is what I was born for. Your preparation season is coming to a close. This is not the time to shrink. This is not the time to second guess. This is the time to sharpen your vision, to clean your house, to organize your faith. Because when the wealth arrives, and it won't come in trickles, it will come in waves, and only those who are ready will be able to carry it without collapsing. You are one of those, not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. God chose you, and he doesn't choose wrong. There's a shift happening in the realm of the Spirit, and you can feel it in your bones. It's not anxiety, it's divine urgency. Heaven has begun the transaction, The paperwork of your wealth is signed, sealed, and it's already en route. You're not waiting for approval. You're waiting for manifestation. God is not negotiating your prosperity. He's commanding it. But the command requires readiness. This is why your sleep has been disrupted. This is why familiar patterns no longer bring comfort. He is stretching your capacity because what's coming requires a new container. If you're still trying to carry your next in the mindset of your past, you will break under the weight of your own blessing. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You don't chase wealth, you steward vision. The vision is what heaven funds. This is why you must get clear. What are you building? What are you called to release? What territory are you meant to occupy? Because God does not pour out resources on those who sit in indecision. He blesses movement. He funds action. You've been praying for provision, but God is asking for your precision. When you clarify your yes, you will see His yes overtake you. Money doesn't follow people, it follows mission. And you, chosen one, are on divine mission. There is a distinction that God is placing on your life. You will not blend in with the crowd. You won't hustle like the world. You won't burn out trying to do it all. Because your wealth will come from a place of holy alignment, not from exhausting effort. This is not to say you won't work, but your work will be empowered, your steps will be ordered, and your labor will produce more than you sow. The world calls it luck, heaven calls it favor, and favor is your new normal. Walk in it, speak from it, build with it. Favor is your flow now. You're being separated, not isolated but distinguished. God is calling you out from among the average because He's about to do an extraordinary work through your life. This is why some people had to walk away. This is why certain doors had to slam shut. Not because you weren't good enough, but because they weren't worthy of carrying what's about to rest on you. What's coming isn't small, it's generational. God is not just blessing you, He's establishing a lineage through you. This wealth is not for a season, it's for a legacy. Heaven is issuing strategy in this hour. You'll begin to notice ideas coming to you at odd times. Write them down. Don't brush them off. These are downloads. They are not your thoughts. They are spirit instructions. God is not just bringing you resources, He's bringing you blueprints. You will know what to do, when to move, who to call. That level of clarity is part of your wealth. Divine intelligence is currency in this season, and God is placing it in your hands so you can build what's never been seen before. You are not a copy. You are a blueprint bearer. Watch how quickly things shift when you obey the small nudge. One conversation will unlock favor. One message will open a gate. One yes will change your income. It won't make sense to your natural mind, but it's not supposed to. God doesn't operate on logic. He operates on covenant. And you, chosen one, are in covenant. That means whatever is required for your assignment must be released. The storehouses of heaven are not closed to you. They are waiting on your agreement. This is not about deserving. It's about being aligned. Prepare your hands. That means get your paperwork in order. Fix your credit. Reorganize your workspace. Take the class. Finish the thing you abandoned. You're not waiting on wealth to start moving. Wealth is waiting on your movement. Don't let sloth sabotage your season. God is watching not just your prayers, but your preparations. Faith without action is fantasy, and you are not here to fantasize. You're here to steward the wealth of nations. Your assignment requires infrastructure, so build now, while it's quiet, while it's still hidden. And as you move, remember, it's not about proving your worth, it's about honoring your calling. The world may not see it yet, but heaven already declared it. You are not just another name in the system. You are a holy disruptor, anointed for affluence, called to command, assigned to overflow. What you build will outlive you. What you birth will bless others. Your wealth is worship. It is your yes made visible. And God is about to breathe on everything that is in your hands. It's time to break the agreement with poverty, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You were never meant to survive in lack. You were designed to reign in overflow. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. Poverty is not humility. It's spiritual resistance to your inheritance, and today, heaven is calling you to step out of survival and into surplus. You've been faithful over little. Now God is making you ruler over much. But to carry this next level, you must divorce the mindset that called scarcity safe. It was never safe. It was a snare. You cannot hold divine wealth with human logic. God is asking you to stretch your faith, not your budget. This doesn't mean you spend recklessly. It means you believe boldly. When He says invest, you move. When He says give, you obey. When He says launch, you don't delay. Wealth follows obedience. Always. The reason many never see abundance is not because they weren't promised. It's because they didn't trust the process. But you, chosen one, are wired for trust. That's why the wilderness didn't break you. It trained you to listen without seeing. Now pause and do 3 things. Like this video, subscribe, comment 55. The code for covenant, new beginnings, and divine alignment. The wealth that's coming is not just for your bills. It's for your becoming. It will expand you, test you, and ultimately sanctify you. Because what God is releasing to you, He's also requiring through you. This money will have a mission. This favor will have a function. You won't be able to hoard it. You'll be compelled to seed it. Why? Because the overflow must overflow. It's how heaven circulates its economy. You're not just being blessed, you're being made into a blessing. Your wallet will be a weapon of revival. Let's be clear. God is not intimidated by your dreams. In fact, they are too small. He's asking you to dream at the scale of His glory, not at the limit of your history. Stop using your past to calculate your capacity. Your trauma is not your ceiling. Your last paycheck is not your budget. God's math multiplies what's surrendered. When you give Him your 5 loaves and 2 fish, He feeds nations. This is how divine economy works. Obedience opens multiplication. You don't need more money, you need more faith. Chosen one, God is placing you in rooms you didn't qualify for. He's giving you access to tables that were once off limits. But hear this, access without preparation becomes sabotage. So prepare like the door is about to open, because it is. Study the field. Learn the language. Upgrade your environment. There's a kind of wealth that doesn't just fill your bank, it shifts your entire being. And that's what's coming. Not just prosperity, but transformation. Divine wealth rewires your identity. People will wonder how you got here. Don't explain it, exhibit it. Your life will be the sermon, your peace will be the proof. They'll see the blessing, but they won't understand the burden you carried. That's fine. This wealth is for kingdom impact, not social approval. You are not called to convince people, you are called to convict atmospheres. And your abundance will do just that. It will shatter scarcity mindsets. It will challenge religious guilt. It will provoke dormant faith in those watching. Because when God blesses His chosen, it's never subtle. This wealth will feel different because it will be clean. No compromise, no scheming, no shame, just holy overflow. You won't have to manipulate. You won't have to push. You'll be pulled into rooms by favor, pulled into opportunities by obedience, pulled into networks by divine timing. This is not hustle season. This is harvest season. Your job is to be ready, not restless. When God moves, He moves fast. And He's about to move on your behalf in ways you couldn't manufacture if you tried. Let this settle in your spirit. The same God who gave you the vision is now sending the provision. You didn't imagine it. You didn't make it up. He spoke it. He confirmed it. And now, He's funding it. Stay ready, chosen one. The gold is coming, but only to those who stayed faithful in the furnace. And you didn't bow, you didn't break, and now you're about to build. There is a reason your spirit has been restless, not anxious, but awake. You've been discerning movements that haven't even touched the surface yet. God is training your sensitivity because your next wealth shift won't come with noise. It will come in the quiet, a whisper, a subtle nudge, a divine connection that appears insignificant, but holds the keys to everything. Stay alert. This wealth will not come to the loudest, it will come to the listening, because the instructions are being released to those who have been faithful in stillness. God is reordering your steps for supernatural results. You may feel like things are slowing down, but that's a misinterpretation. He's rerouting you. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. What looked like delay was divine deceleration, so you wouldn't miss the on-ramp to overflow. The pivot you're feeling isn't confusion, it's God preserving your energy for the right direction. You're not late. You're being positioned for divine timing. Your wealth will be waiting. Not because you rushed, but because you rested. Your hands are being trained for divine dexterity. You're going to manage more with less strain. What used to take years will take months. What used to drain you will energize you. Because wealth with grace flows differently. That's the power of divine ordination. When God ordains the work, He supplies the power. And the power isn't performance. It's permission. You're not forcing it. You're flowing in it. And that flow will carry you into spaces no resume could explain. The release that's coming requires maturity. Not perfection, not pretense, maturity. That means knowing how to hold wealth without being owned by it. God is not blessing your bank to inflate your ego. He's blessing your stewardship to amplify your purpose. Can He trust you to multiply what He gives you? Can He trust you to fund what others fear? Can He trust you to honor Him while the spotlight shines on you? Wealth without worship becomes idolatry. But when you worship through your wealth, heaven extends your reach. This is the season of sudden assignments. Stay ready. You'll wake up on a normal day and receive a call that changes everything. But the magnitude of the opportunity won't be the miracle. The fact that you're ready will be. You won't need to scramble. You'll respond. Because God's been prepping you in private. Every lesson, every test, every shut-in moment, it was all rehearsal. Now the curtain is rising, and your stage is set. Don't shrink, don't fumble, stand tall. This is your moment. You're not hustling for crumbs. You're being handed keys, kingdom keys, strategic favor, multi-stream access, passive inflows, overflowing channels. But here's the secret. The wealth is not the reward. Obedience is. The wealth is the result. God doesn't bless effort. He blesses surrender. The moment you release your need to control, He releases what you couldn't access through force. Surrender will always outperform strategy. And you, chosen one, are walking into results beyond calculation. Your circle is about to shift. Get ready. Not everyone who knew you in the dry season will recognize you in the overflow. That's not pride, it's proof. God elevates His chosen to provoke the watchers. Your abundance is going to make some uncomfortable. Let it. Don't dim your light to keep the room calm. Don't apologize for the doors He opens. What He's giving you is public for a reason. It's not to flaunt. It's to testify. Your prosperity is a pulpit. Use it wisely. And in all things, stay grounded. Remember where the river flows from. It flows from the throne. Stay in the presence. Stay in the posture of gratitude. Stay in the rhythm of obedience. Because as fast as wealth comes, it can be corrupted by pride. But you, chosen one, are not built to fall. You're built to finish. Stay ready, not just for the blessing, but for the burden it carries. This is not just about what you receive. It's about who you become. Chosen one, you are not called to blend in. You're anointed to build outside the system. God never intended for your wealth to come through conventional means. That's why the path you've walked has looked different. Unstable jobs, unfinished projects, unexplained rejections. It wasn't failure, it was filtration. God was filtering out anything that would make you dependent on broken systems. Because the wealth He's ordaining can't be confined by corporate ladders or economic cycles. He's building a kingdom economy through your obedience. You're not just an entrepreneur, you're an embassy. Heaven is establishing territory through your hands. Your business is not just business, it's a divine front. Every product, every client, every connection is an extension of God's influence on earth. That's why excellence is required. That's why you feel the pressure to upgrade. It's not vanity, it's legacy. God doesn't fund mediocrity, He funds mission. And if you want heaven's provision, you must embrace heaven's standard. Your time in obscurity was never punishment, it was protection. You've been hidden, but not forgotten. God covered you in anonymity so the foundation could be laid in silence. Because public favor without private formation becomes a trap. But now the spotlight is shifting, and what was once hidden will be highlighted. Your wealth journey will not just bless you, it will inspire others. You are a prototype, and your prosperity is the blueprint others will follow. Stay focused. Distraction is the enemy of this next level. You don't have time to argue. You don't have energy to defend what God already confirmed. Let people talk. Let them misunderstand. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be launched. Every hour wasted in pettiness is an hour delayed in purpose. Protect your atmosphere. Guard your peace. Because the wealth God is releasing requires an uncluttered mind and a clean heart. There's a fresh anointing coming upon your hands. This isn't just metaphor, it's literal. Your hands are being blessed to build, to sow, to sign, to receive. What you touch will prosper, what you release will multiply, and what you build will last. God is giving you a builder's grace. That means favor with systems, favor with investors, favor with opportunities that bypass the normal process. Get used to skipping lines, because when God ordains it, protocol bends. Do not downplay what you're hearing in your spirit. Those blueprints that wake you up at 3 a.m., they're divine. Those flashes of strategy while you're driving, Holy Spirit. Those sudden urges to prepare something you can't explain, that's your wealth calling. And if you obey, the provision will meet you on the path. God is not asking for perfection, He's asking for partnership. Move with Him. Trust the unseen instruction. He's not leading you off a cliff. He's leading you into a corridor of overflow. And when the opportunities come, answer them boldly. Don't defer. Don't shrink. Don't say, "I'm not ready." God doesn't open doors for the prepared. He opens them for the obedient. If He brought it to you, He's already equipped you. Say yes. Even if your voice shakes, even if your bank account trembles, even if your fear tries to whisper, play it safe. Say yes, because your yes is the key to unlock this next realm of supernatural wealth. You were not built for crumbs. You were not born to struggle endlessly. You were chosen for stewardship at a divine level, and heaven is releasing weight, glory weight, financial weight, spiritual weight, not to crush you, to crown you. You are stepping into your inheritance, not as a beggar, but as a builder, not as a survivor, but as a strategist. The wealth is coming, chosen one. Stay ready. The window is opening. Step through. Everything is accelerating, and yet, you must slow down internally to match heaven's rhythm. The door you're about to walk through isn't just wide, it's weighty. If you rush, you'll miss the nuance. If you doubt, you'll drop the baton. But if you stay ready, spirit clear, hands open, motives pure, you'll carry what few are trusted to hold. The Lord is not just releasing money, He is releasing mantle, wealth that transforms regions, disrupts bloodlines, and anchors vision for generations. You've already been feeling it, that shift in your appetite. The things that used to excite you feel empty now. The goals that once drove you feel too small. That's not confusion, it's calibration. God is recalibrating your desire so He can release provision without perversion. Because He's not just blessing your life, He's entrusting His name to it. And He doesn't put His name on something unless it's sanctified. That's why this season of purification has felt so intense. It wasn't punishment, it was preparation for power. Wealth is not coming to complete you, it's coming to empower you. You are already whole. You are already chosen. This blessing isn't proof of your value, it's a tool for your mission. That's why you must not idolize the overflow. Keep your heart pure. Let your altar be higher than your ambitions. Worship must outweigh your wins, because the only thing more dangerous than poverty is prosperity without purity. And you, chosen one, have been sanctified for stewardship. Your discernment is your currency now. Everyone won't be able to walk with you in this next dimension, and that's okay. This is not a group project. It's a prophetic mandate. As the wealth flows, so will the leeches. As the influence grows, so will the distractions. But you will not be deceived. God is sharpening your insight. He's giving you eyes to see past flattery and ears to hear beyond noise. Stay sharp. Stay hidden in Him. The wise steward knows when to speak and when to remain silent. Now pause and do 3 things. Like this video, subscribe, comment 55, the code for covenant, new beginnings, and divine alignment. Your work is not small, it is sacred. Every decision you make, every risk you take, every act of faith, it's not just for you. It's for those coming behind you. You are breaking ground where there was none. You are plowing through terrain generations avoided. And as you build, heaven is backing you with angels assigned to accelerate and protect. You're not doing this alone. God has dispatched reinforcements because of the call on your life. You're not being funded by people. You're being funded by heaven. Every seed you've sown in faith is now compounding, not just in money, but in momentum. You will walk into rooms that feel like answers, conversations that unlock contracts, ideas that birth streams of income you never saw coming. This is what happens when God gets behind your hands. You shift from surviving to soaring, from waiting to witnessing. You are about to see what obedience builds when God breathes on it. You've waited long enough. You've wept. You've wondered. You've wrestled. But the season has shifted. You are no longer a question mark. You are a fulfillment. And the time of manifestation is here, not coming. Here. The wealth is in motion. The work is already anointed. The door is already open. All that's left is your step. Step with boldness. Step with joy. Step with sacred expectation. This is not the end of your story. It's the release of your assignment. Chosen one, everything is about to change. Your environment, your finances, your authority, your impact. And none of it is random. It was always part of the blueprint. Stay ready. Stay yielded. Stay prophetic. You are the vessel heaven is using to fund a divine agenda. Don't play small. Don't get distracted. Don't delay. The kingdom is counting on your obedience. And wealth, true, holy, unstoppable wealth, is your inheritance. God is releasing not just wealth, but wisdom to wield it. Because divine abundance without discernment becomes a burden. And you weren't called to be burdened, you were called to build. This is why he's slowing some things down even as he accelerates others. You're not behind, you're being outfitted. Think of it like a sword being sharpened before battle. He's not just giving you tools, he's forging you into a tool. Your voice, your hands, your presence, they are being weaponized for kingdom impact. You must now think generationally. The wealth God is sending isn't for momentary comfort, it's for long-term construction. This isn't about a nice house or new car. This is about buying land for legacy, funding visions for villages, establishing institutions. God isn't blessing your name so you can elevate your image. He's branding your obedience. Every blessing will be tied to an instruction, and your yes will echo in your bloodline. They'll call you blessed, not because of what you had, but because of what you stewarded. There is a new boldness rising in you, not manufactured, not performative, spirit-breathed. You'll begin speaking in rooms where your silence was once survival. You'll begin asking for contracts others wouldn't dare to dream about, not out of arrogance, but out of clarity. You now know who you are. You're not negotiating your worth anymore. You're not waiting for validation. The crown is already on your head, and heaven is your co-signer. Move like it. Expect friction. Not everyone celebrates divine elevation. Some will question your methods. Others will accuse your motives. Let them. Their confusion is confirmation. Because what's happening in your life isn't for explanation. It's for demonstration. Your life is a prophecy unfolding in real time. Let them talk. While they speculate, you'll be building. While they gossip, you'll be gaining. And when the dust settles, the only thing left standing will be the fruit of your obedience. The spiritual realm has already shifted in your favor. You can feel it. Answers are coming quicker. Battles are breaking easier. Doors are opening faster. That's not random, that's rhythm. Heaven is responding to your faithfulness. And what was once held back is now being released like floodgates. You won't have to knock. The door will swing open. And not just any door, the right door. The one that leads to divine partnerships, supernatural contracts, and kingdom influence. This is your Joseph moment, where everything that felt buried is about to be broadcast, where the pit becomes the palace. But don't let the sudden elevation make you forget the process. Stay low in posture, even as you rise in position, because humility is the vault that protects wealth, and worship is the anchor that keeps favor from floating away. You're not climbing a ladder, you're walking a covenant, and every step is sacred. God is confirming this through signs, repeating numbers, dreams with clarity, conversations that align with what you heard in prayer. Take note, he's not whispering anymore, he's declaring. And your job is to align without delay, because every instruction you obey unlocks new access, and every time you hesitate, the enemy tries to insert counterfeit options. Stay focused. This season demands precision. You cannot afford distraction. And now it's time to walk it out. No more waiting, no more wondering. God has spoken. The wealth is on its way. The blueprint is in your hands. The backing of heaven is behind you. What happens next is not up to chance, it's up to your response, so stay ready. Wake up ready, move in obedience, build in silence, and let the fruit speak for you. Because you, chosen one, are the proof that divine wealth is real, and you're about to carry it with holy power. Chosen one, you've stepped into a moment that heaven ordained before you were born. This is not hype, this is heritage. Everything you've endured, everything you've lost, everything you thought disqualified you, it was the forge. God used the fire not to finish you, but to form you. And now the glory of that process is being revealed. This wealth isn't just about increase, it's about identity. You are not the same person who entered the wilderness. You are coming out with fire in your bones and gold in your hands. Do not look back. The season of scraping by is over. Scarcity will no longer be your shadow. Fear will no longer drive your decisions. You've been rewired for overflow. The divine flow of heaven is moving through you like a river. Steady, strong, supernatural. And this isn't temporary, it's permanent. What God is building through you cannot be reversed. What He's releasing cannot be stolen. The only requirement now is that you remain surrendered. Because surrender secures the supply. Start living like the promise is already delivered. Speak as though the deal is already signed. Walk into rooms knowing heaven walked in with you. Stop shrinking. Stop second-guessing. The stage is set. The spotlight is God's. You are merely the vessel. And what a powerful vessel you are. You've been chosen for this assignment, not because of perfection, but because of permission. You gave God your yes, and now He's giving you His abundance. Now go forth, not timid, but triumphant. Not needy, but full. Not waiting, but walking. Because this isn't just your season, it's your stewardship. And wealth is coming. Not to seduce you, but to sanctify what you're called to carry. Keep your spirit clean, keep your hands ready, keep your faith sharp, and watch what God does through one yielded life. Stay ready, chosen one. Your wealth is not a fantasy, it's a fulfillment, and it's already begun.